Stream of consciousness. Let it fly. It is what it is. Fuck YouTube. Free thought. Maybe talking some truth, maybe talking some shit. Opinions that matter, opinions that don't even fucking matter. Well, there's only one way to sum this up. This YouTube channel, it's whatever. And that's the way I like it. Don't be scared. Just fucking build. Those of you out there right now, if you've happened to lost a loved one or what have you, what I can tell you is it does get easier as time goes on. You got to think about grief, at least at some point during the day, so you can kind of begin to accept it. Because the truth is you can't run from it. If you run from it or try to bury it, what happens is it'll come back at the oddest times. You might see something that reminds you of somebody that you lost or what have you. You have to think about grief. You have to think about that sadness a little bit each day. And so what happens is your mind and your body, they just kind of get used to it. It just becomes like anything else. Because at the end of the day, it is death. It is a transition. It is something that happens to everybody. It's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to me. It's been happening in history. It happens to everything. It's a transition. And you should learn to accept it in a way. As a living person, you'd never get used to it. And I don't think you ever should get used to it. But you should accept the fact that it is something that must happen. But that grief, you have to allow the moment somewhere through the day when you're going through it. But, this is life and you have to have balance. And that means that you can have your grieving moment during the day, but eventually you got to pull out of that moment and do something else. You had your moment for the day and now it's time to go off into the living. There's people that's out here that still need you. There's people that's out here living that care about you. So when people say that they think about somebody each day that they lost, that's normal. That's what you're supposed to do, especially when they're gone and you really love them. But you also have to be in life too. There's moments that will really give you a joy to counterbalance those sad times that we're feeling. But you have to allow them to happen. You have to lift your head up from the tears and look around you and look ahead of you. But I can honestly tell you, I sleep a lot better than what I did before. Because, man, when he passed away every fucking night, man, I was jumping up, man. Just jumping up. Heart racing like crazy. Because he had a heart attack. That's a connection. That's a love. He had a heart attack, which means that we had a heart attack, Yeah. I pray my brother has a good journey to the next life. And I do believe that there is a next life. As for why I believe that, well, I did a video a while ago on my previous channel. This is the one right here. There is no death. There's only a change of state. That's how it is. But, well, there's a lot of people out there that say, you know what? When you die, you wake up. And it makes me think about that song. The old school nursery rhyme. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Yeah, this is the part. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. How the fuck did they know that? All the way back then. You do notice that when you go under anesthesia before an operation, it's like a dream. And when you wake up after the operation, it's like waking up from a dream. I think they're onto something. Perhaps when you do die, it's like going to sleep. And when you wake up, maybe you are something else or someone else. And your former life is just like a dream. You notice how dreams fade. They fade. And you can't remember them as well as you used to. Maybe that's how your former life will be when you wake up in your new life. And maybe that's why the dead really don't talk, because they just don't remember us anymore. And when we lose people, do we cry because of their death, or are we crying because of the person that we lost? One is selfish and the other is selfless. It all feels the same. But my father says, only time can heal this. So that's all I can do. And in the meantime, keep being me. Keep doing what the universe made me to do. Observe and tell the people them Tell them what I see. Take good care, people.